Okay, so first up, in the what this reading is about, the basis of this reading, you have the World. In your current energies, you have the Chariot. In your near future, you have Temperance. Your challenge during this time or for this situation is the Seven of Cups reversed, and what is recommended for you is the Fool. So the World represents some kind of situation, I would say a larger aspect of your life because it's part of the major arcana. So this would be something that maybe you've been working on or working towards for a very, very long time. And it's some type of aspect, big aspect in your life that's kind of coming to a conclusion. You're either accomplished something with it or it's just a new, I don't want to say phase, but something is changing. Like you're kind of completing one cycle and now you're moving towards something new, or you're entering a new cycle. In a way, the World represents kind of you finishing something and now you're starting again at the Fool's journey, which is funny because you have the Fool here recommended for you. So it's about finishing one thing either through an accomplishment or just some aspect in your life that you're kind of, you've went through the journey on, you went through the trenches, or you've experienced, and you've kind of now come to the end, and now a new journey is beginning for you. So, but in your current energies, you have the Chariot. So I would say, I feel like with all of this, I feel like you are kind of, or have completed something, but sometimes when we complete things, even though they might be finished, there's still inner energies, they're still a little ongoing to a certain degree. So I feel like this World is representing some of the major aspects you've already completed, because I do feel like there's something that you kind of are finishing up or in more of the end zone with. But the Chariot is indicating that you might still experience some obstacles, but the Chariot is a very positive card for obstacles as far as I'm concerned, because this guy, he's getting out of a comfort zone. So it's also about you now getting out of a comfort zone. Now, anytime we've finished one phase of our life, the new phase is getting out of a comfort zone, because now we're starting over again. So you might be kind of like finishing up whatever this World situation represents for you, but now you're starting to move out of a comfort zone. You're going to hit up against obstacles again, because there's obstacles everywhere. Shenanigans are out there running around. So, but the Chariot indicates that you are going to overcome. It's about getting out of a comfort zone, but it's about also like needing to be flexible. Things are not always point A to B. Sometimes you take a detour, you know? So the Chariot is kind of that journey, that kind of detour, but this is an extremely good card as far as I'm concerned about actually reaching your destination or moving forward successfully with something. So that's extremely positive. Now, what's in your future energy, you have Temperance, and this is about blending things together. So whatever this is, I think it's going to require you kind of to blend multiple aspects of yourself or multiple ideas together or situations together, but it's about finding like a harmonious balance between everything that it just flows naturally. Now, this could even be, let's say, a work-life balance, or a work-family balance, or whatever it is. There could be some hobby that you want to do. So it's something about you've completed something, or you're in basically completing something or leveling it up in some kind of way. You're going to be going on a little bit of a new journey. But within this, you're going to have to kind of find some type of balance to be able to effectively do everything that you want to do. But your challenge with the Seven of Cups reversed, it's about having too many options. So you might, I don't want to say even being a little scattered. It's kind of like a daydreamy energy. And a lot of these things are connected to your like emotional aspects of you, your emotions or things that you're excited about. But this card always says all that glitters is not gold all the time. And it's about kind of needing to take a deeper look into things. Like, it's good to have all these options and think about things and figure out what the best one is, but you don't want to get stuck just thinking about it. Like, you need to take some action on certain things, but you also need to figure out what is the best option for you. But in the reversed, you could just be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So this could even be about certain, you may not be sure exactly how to move forward with whatever this is, whatever you're kind of coming to an end or completing. And I think with the Chariot, it's indicating you're kind of like on a new journey, especially got the Fool here too. We'll get to that in a second. But I think that you might be a little bit overwhelmed. And because you have Temperance, this is definitely saying that you need to kind of have some type of balance. You have to have some kind of commingling or some effective harmony within this. So that's definitely going to be your challenge right at this time, or during this situation, or regarding the situation, is to kind of really figure out not to be overwhelmed, to like, and not to get stuck. Because I think sometimes if you get overwhelmed a little bit, now you're not really looking into options, or you're not trying things effectively. You're kind of in that stuck energy a little bit. So you don't want to get stuck, because this is super positive. To me, this is a lot of movement here. This is the world is kind of coming to the end. The Chariot is moving forward to a new journey. Temperance is kind of moving things together to make them work. So you don't want to get stuck. You don't want this flow of energy or this flow of ideas or activity or whatever this is to kind of hinder you from actually getting on. Because with the Chariot, it's a card about obstacles. It is a card about obstacles, but honestly, we have obstacles every day. Sometimes you try to go get coffee in the morning, you hit up against an obstacle. So obstacles are out there, and the shenanigans are lurking in the bushes somewhere, ready to jump out at you. So, but you don't want to just stay in the stuck energy where you're not fully where you're allowing now the Chariot not to move forward, the Chariot energy not to move forward. But what's recommended for you is the Fool. And this is about starting a new journey. So it's definitely recommended that whatever this represents for you, that you start it. The Fool, like this guy, he didn't pack a lot. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. And I know some of you know, if we looked in his bag, we're going to be like, oh, no, you're going on this new trip with that. I'm sure that he has nothing really that makes sense in this bag. And the dog's happy. But it's like he's just has that dumb optimism in a sense. But sometimes that's a beautiful thing, because when you have that optimism, when you kind of have that energy of, oh, the world is your oyster, I could do anything, like I'm able to accomplish anything. That's like a beautiful energy to have, because you're not putting limitations on yourself right yet. You find out those limitations as you walk that journey. But in the beginning, you don't have that. It's like the possibilities are endless. So this is a beautiful energy, and I think you need to kind of tap into that, maybe, that whatever you're doing, whatever this journey with the Chariot moving forward represents for you, that you need to still have that energy of like, you can overcome, this is maybe something new, maybe this is something big, because you have 4 major arcanas here. So this might be something a little bit more life-changing or a little bit more impactful in your life. So I definitely think you have to have this taking the chance, rolling the dice and just moving forward with this. Because I think this is very, very beautiful. And I think you're going to figure it out. Because honestly, I definitely think that even if you get a little stuck with the 7 of Cups reversed, a little bit maybe overwhelmed, a little not sure how to proceed forward. And this could be even in the feels, because the cups are a little bit emotion. So it may be a little bit emotional. You feel a little overwhelmed emotionally. But to me, the Chariot being here is like you will overcome that. And Temperance, you're just going to wind up kind of merging things or balancing things a little bit more. But Temperance is here to remind you that you have to actively do that. It's not, these are all action cards. These are all kind of, you having to be in the driver's seat in a sense, be an active participant in your own life. So this is extremely positive, but there definitely is a new journey that it's being recommended that you take. So whatever this represents for you, it's definitely recommended that you take that first step. But let's see what other cards we get for you, and we'll see kind of where else this goes. Okay, so first up we have Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. And I think this is saying, because if you think hawks, they kind of see things from the bird's eye view. They see things from above. So you might not be seeing something really from above in a sense, because sometimes, I feel like, okay, so with the world card, I feel like when you get to the end and you kind of reach this world concept in a sense, when you go through your journey, you have already gone through everything. So you could maybe see something from a broader perspective. But when you start a new journey, you only really see the few steps ahead of you. You haven't gone through everything, so you don't have that knowledge or that vast base of information regarding whatever you're doing, because you still need to learn. That's part of the fool's journey, is kind of learning, the troubleshooting, figuring out what worked, what really didn't work, what was a really bad idea, what was genius. So I think this is saying that I do believe sometimes we have, either from our intuition or our spirit guides or whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter, whatever you kind of believe in or don't believe in, whatever. I believe sometimes we have beings or people or whatever on the other side that are there trying to guide us. So you might be seeing synchronicities, you might just be seeing or having kind of, I don't want to say coincidences, but certain situations kind of just flowing a little bit more naturally. So there might be some indications that you are on the right path and that you're being kind of spiritually guided. So I think you should be noticing that, but just also have faith that you are kind of going in the right direction. Because with the Fool, this guy is going to, maybe he was supposed to make a left and he wound up going right. This guy's going to have that. Same with the Chariot. He might drive the wrong way, or he might wind up going down the wrong street or something. So these cards are about experiencing the trials and tribulations of everything. So it's not without problems, but even if you hit up against a problem, it doesn't mean that it's not really destined for you. It just means that you need to figure it out. And then when you do, it's much easier to kind of either avoid it or handle it next time, because you already have that base knowledge. But I think this is saying that you are being guided at this time, and you don't need to have it all figured out right this second. Because I wonder with the Seven of Cups reversed, if you're being a little bit like overwhelmed, because maybe in your mind you're coming from this world energy of already having learned everything, and you're starting in a sense from the beginning of a situation or a new situation. And this could be something that's continuing on from the world. Let's say, just hypothetically, you finished one degree and now you're starting up a new degree, or you were very good at one career or in one company, and now you're starting a new career or in a new company, and you have to learn things again. So take it how it resonates for you. But I think that you just need to kind of have faith that you're doing what you need to do and you're going to be okay. Now, Iolite, shift your money mindset, and this is very good. So some of you need to also have faith that you're capable of, this is regarding money, that you are going to be abundant in a sense. And it could just even be that you want to feel abundant. And that could be financial. It could be any type of abundance. You could feel like you want to have abundance of, I don't know, cats or whatever, So I just think that you need to also remind yourself that you are capable. Or even, I wonder with the Fool, because sometimes with the Fool's journey, like, he's only carrying this sack. He has his dog and this stick and this like sack. And I don't think he has a lot. I'm telling you right now, this man, he did not pack. Oh, he did not pack. If I will, he didn't pack enough. I'm telling you right now, he does not have enough in there. So this could make you feel, maybe because you're starting something new, that maybe you don't have enough to do whatever you're trying to do, or maybe you're starting from scratch from something and you're just trying to use what you have, or you're trying to acquire things here and there. But I think this is saying that, like, by shifting your money mindset, you might have what you need, even if it's scarce or not quite what it should be. I think you'll acquire as you go along, because he's going to pick up stuff as he goes along on his journey. So some of you just might need to be like, okay, well, maybe I don't have everything right this second, but I have this, and I could use this. And the Temperance is all about kind of merging multiple things together and being a little bit, I don't want to say creative, but I think it's like a little bit being that creative where, okay, well, I don't have enough of this, but I have this. And then, if I do this with this, maybe I can make this work with this. So it's kind of being that little flexible and that kind of working with what you have type of energy, and trying to merge things together where it may not be perfect, but it flows and it's good enough to sustain you until you're able to achieve or get more, in a sense, if that makes any sense. Now you have Twin Flames. Yin Yang, Zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And I kind of feel like because there's the major arcanas here, that whatever you're doing or whatever this represents for you, that it's kind of like there's like some type of complement with it. Even with the temperance, she's merging things, or whoever this is merging things together, and it's kind of in a way blending where it's complementing each other. So, and this is also about balance and duality and everything. And even the yin yang, the zen, I would say that's really going with this like let spirit guide you energy, because I think sometimes when you're feeling that peace, or you're feeling in the zone or harmonious, it's easier to, because if you're not feeling stressed out, or because I feel like with the Seven of Cups here reversed, this card is a little bit overwhelmed, so you're kind of in a way blocking the flow of ideas because you're a little bit like overwhelmed with what's going on, and you might not be seeing other ideas that could actually help open this up. So I think that if you try to have zen in a way with your emotions or whatever, maybe you can help pass through this Seven of Cups. It's kind of too many things going on in your mind or emotionally a little quicker. And so now you have let go of control issues, and you have separation. So let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally, and separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. Now, you know what? I wonder for some of you, with this twin flame, this yin yang zen balance union duality, I wonder if there's some type of thing that you're kind of letting go of, but through that you're going to wind up finding something much better for you in a way. Now, even the separation could be that you're separating from like old ways of doing things or old ideas, because the world could represent that you've achieved something, but it also could represent maybe that you've like mentally, like you lived one way, or you had certain ideas, and now you've kind of almost like graduated, or you're ready to start a new phase in your life. Like for instance, I know Jesse, I don't know if you could hear him, he's making noises. For instance, let's just say you live in one location, and then all of a sudden maybe you're getting transferred, or you're deciding that, you know what, you want to move, and maybe moving was never really a thought in your mind before, but now you're just being kind of compelled to move, or you think if you move in a different location, you'll have a better quality life. So it could be like kind of like that could be represent the world, that you've been in one location for all this time, and now you're ready to actually like level up or upgrade or change locations to try to have a better life, or you think it's going to be better for you. So that would be like you separating from something that you've been part of for a long time. And then the twin flames could be that like this new location or this new house or whatever will be better for you. Maybe it's financially better, or just the location is better, or something with it is better. If you have kids, maybe the school system's better. So, but letting go of the control issues, I think sometimes with the world, because you've kind of almost like done something a certain way, and you kind of, I don't want to say graduated from it, but I don't want to say you became a master, because I don't think we ever fully become masters, but you've kind of gained some kind of knowledge or deep understanding of something. When you're starting now on the Fool's journey, that you have to let go of that control issue, because now you're going to be coming up against new obstacles, new shenanigans, new things going on that you're going to have to figure out. So, and I think the let go of control issues is really going with this Chariot, because he has to get out of a comfort zone, and he is getting out of a comfort zone. And within that, you have to kind of let go of like, okay, I'm going to just go on this street, and this is how I'm going to do it, because you never know. There might be a roadblock, or GPS is going to reroute you. God knows where the hell you're going to wind up. So it's kind of like being able, or being flexible enough to take the journey that is being recommended for you, you know? And this let go of control issues could be also with this Seven of Cups in reverse, because maybe you're just a little stressed out with all the options. You're not sure how things are going to transpire, or what's best for you. And sometimes I think what you had also just shifting the mindset and allow this situation to unfold naturally with the let go of control issues. I just think it's saying that like you just have to kind of let spirit be your guide in a sense, you know? Next up, you have evolve. The cosmic potential flows through you. And I think this is saying, I think you are kind of this new journey that's being recommended. I think it's going to be something that's much that you need to go on almost. Like it's going to be better for your soul, or it's going to be part of your life's journey that you need to experience. And it's going to help you I don't want to say evolve spiritually. It could be evolve, physically, spiritually, financially, mentally, whatever it is. It's just going to be the next step of your life. Now you have chakra balance. Harmony makes the song of life sweeter. And I think because you also have this Zen here, this twin flame, this Zen balance, and then the temperance. This is, you have a lot of things about trying to be harmonious. So, but letting go of control and kind of just going on the journey in a sense, or just taking one step at a time with the Fool, one day at a time. I think that'll help you mentally maybe see things a little clearer because you're not worrying so much. Now, for your little fortune cookie, you have achievement. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it, although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. Now, I think the achievement is going with the world. I think there's definitely something that's kind of coming to completion, or something that you're moving on from in a way. And I think that's really, really fantastic. But honestly, with the families, someone's health, some sleepless nights, that could be what you're experiencing with yourself right now, or within this situation with the Seven of Cups in reverse, because this is about, feeling a little overwhelmed. So maybe you're having a few sleepless nights because I think you're going on a new journey. You're doing something a little different, and it might be causing you a little anxiety or angst. Now, for your little affirmation card, you have, Jesse, I know. You have, today I am powerful. Today my potential to succeed and conquer challenges is limitless. And that's really going with, the world energy of kind of that completion and the Chariot. This guy is going to conquer all. He's going to get to his destination one way or another, even if he has to walk. He's getting there. So I think you just have to have that kind of energy. Same with the Fool. Those Fools starting out walking. Maybe the Chariot will come by and pick them up and they could go together. But I just think you have to have this this just determination in a sense to kind of follow your dreams, or follow whatever this represents for you. Now you have, before Alice got into Wonderland, she had to fall. And I think this is saying that any journey, anything you do in life, there is going to be some challenges. And just because if you hit up against an obstacle does not mean that this is not meant to work out. It just means that you hit up against an obstacle. There's shenanigans running around all over the place. So, but if you think Alice, she had to fall, and this guy looks like he's about to fall. And then she had this crazy experience, this crazy psychedelic experience through Wonderland. So, and then she met a lot of people. Not everything went perfect, but it was probably at the end of that experience, she probably felt that it was worth having. So that's what I take from that. And for your little Bob Ross quote, we have, you really can learn to be creative as you paint. It's like anything else. It just takes a little practice. Now, this is just saying that you just have to go through the experience. You have to continue to do something. You have to figure it out. And you have to try. You have to be an active participant to paint your life the way you want it to be painted. And now we have here, slow the duck down. Okay, take a hint from a sloth. So for some of you, I kind of feel like this might be with going with this Seven of Cups in reverse. If you're feeling overwhelmed, you might need to just kind of take a second, with the Zen and the balance and everything, and kind of slow your thoughts down, slow your mind down. Or even if you're thinking you're going too fast regarding whatever this is, you might be able to pump the brakes a little bit and give yourself a minute to either mentally catch up with it, or just make sure that you're not doing it too quickly. Because I'm an Aries as well. And sometimes when I get my mindset on something, I go all in. I'm yes, this is it. So, but sometimes doing a little bit at a time is actually better, because you're not getting overwhelmed. Because sometimes when you take on too much of something new, it's new, you don't know what you're doing, and it becomes overwhelming. But if you take a little bit at a time, you're okay, well, I'm going to take a minute. Let me do this. We're going to see how this goes, and I'm going to do the next thing. That might be helpful if that resonates. And then we have stretching the body, objective, becoming aware of bodily sensations. Stand up and stretch your arms above your head. See how far you can stretch them. Now bend over and try to touch your toes without straining. Now shake your arms and let them loosen up. Feel the gratitude for a healthy body. So that's really, really great. That's about staying in the moment and just, feeling how your body feels. And for the spirit of the dish that shall be with you during this time, you have the spirit of the staple, which is the spirit of the grilled cheese sandwich, the grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, for your dinner and a movie, you have Mexican food and romance movies. And for the energies that you either need to be aware of or tap into, you have Libras, and they're about love, money, and powers of attraction, but they're also like very balanced. They're kind of like don't want to do too much. It's going with that temperance energy where it's like super balanced in a way. So I definitely think there's some type of balance that's necessary for you. And you also have Capricorns, and this is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. And they have like a very good work ethic as well. You have the North Node here, which is about destiny or things that you're destined to do. And you have the Moon, which is about emotions and habits. And because you have the Seven of Cups reversed here, there might be some emotions or habits that you're doing that you need to take a second look at or just be aware of. You have number 5 here, and this represents passion, love, success, and creativity. And then you have the 9th house, which is about higher education, growth, expansion, religion, and philosophy. And then this skull here is number 6, and that is a even number. So that means the special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Aries, will be Mr. Predicto. So think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. And you have the flower. So this is the big flower. And when I get this, I feel like, because the plant, see these, sometimes when plants have little flowers, they're able to create, like they're able to make multiple flowers at once because they're like littler or whatever, or the plant might be really big. But I feel like this specific plant, it focuses all its energy on like one big flower to make it super beautiful, to make it bloom really nicely. So you might be kind of focusing all your energy right now on like one flower, but during that whole process, the plant looks weird. It's growing like a weird stick out of it. It doesn't look like anything really magical or amazing is going on until it actually develops that flower and it blooms. Then you can see the beauty of it. So I feel like some of you, because you're on this new journey with this, or you're starting something, you're still in the work around or the working process of it, you might not have your flower yet, but I think that you're putting efforts into something that's going to bloom in your life beautifully. And it's just reminding you that you don't get the blooms overnight. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort. And it takes a lot of work to get that flower to be beautiful and just to be luxurious and just super pretty or whatever. So I think that's extremely positive. And then we have CSEUWVH, and you have 141. And then we have strength. And I think this is just reiterating that you have the strength to overcome any obstacles. And I feel like this is something larger going on in your life. So anytime you do anything larger, you know, there's going to be obstacles, because this to me is like a bigger life energy, something that's more prevalent or more prominent in your life, something that's more, I don't want to say life-changing, but, you know, parts of life where it actually changes you in some kind of way, or it's a bigger experience. So I definitely think you have the strength and you're strong enough to get through this. You just have to take it one day at a time. Okay, now let's bring him out. Here he is, Aries. Think of those questions and it's time to ask. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device that's ever run off the batteries. What is the answer to Aries' question?
The signs say no.
Okay, so he said the signs say no. Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.